The Queen, like her son, King Charles, was a music buff, and her interests spanned genres from classical to bagpipes. Many mornings, she woke up to the sound of a piper. Musicians played almost everywhere the Queen went, but as for what it's like to play for royalty, well, Jeff Semple found out.
Claire Jones is practicing for a performance that's fit for a king. The Welsh musician first struck a chord with the royal family back in 2007, chosen to become Prince Charles's official harpist, a centuries-old position, discontinued after Queen Victoria, but resurrected by Charles.
King Charles has always been an advocate for the arts.
Over 4 years, she performed at 180 royal engagements, leading orchestras, playing solo for 75,000 in a rugby stadium, and serenading Will and Kate's royal wedding reception.
I relished every opportunity and loved every second.
But one of her most memorable moments was performing alone, just for the Queen.
She asked me about the role, wanted to know more about the harp, the royal harp I was playing at the time. It was such a surreal moment to do that because I think people prepare so much to play for royalty, and of course having a chance to do it with just her in the room was pretty incredible.
Music has long played an enormous role in royal ceremonies, and Monday's funeral will be no different. Some of the last musicians to ever perform for the Queen were actually Canadian.
In August, this Ottawa pipe and drum troupe was invited to perform at Balmoral Castle. The Queen is known for her love of bagpipes, and the Canadians also had corgis.
You want to do a really good job, so maybe you stand up a bit straighter and you're just doing your very, very best.
This pipe major performed for Her Majesty on 5 occasions. Last month, she says the Queen seemed in great spirits. She never imagined this performance would be the last.
I'm just delighted that she was so gracious to invite us, and give us that opportunity.
It's very difficult, I think, for us in Britain to imagine a future really without the Queen being there.
Jones left the palace in 2011, but after the Queen's death, she and her composer husband were asked to write a new song to welcome Charles to Wales for the first time as king.
It's slightly on the somber side, because we have to remember he's only become king because of the passing of our Queen, but it's a rite of passage, isn't it? It's the inevitability of our tradition here in the UK.
Making music to match the moment, a soundtrack for history. Jeff Semple, Global News, Cardiff.